paid workshop where we're going to teach you guys multifamily real estate investing right from the comforts of your home, remote investing, and how to find certain markets that are still undervalued where you can still get cash flow. One of the ways we use to evaluate whether a property is worth pursuing is the 1% rule. So the 1% rule basically says that the gross rents must be equal to 1% or greater of the purchase price. So if the purchase price is $500,000, we look for at least $5,000 a month in rents. So it's just a quick and dirty way of evaluating whether a property could cash flow, whether it's going to make you money every month, and whether it's worth looking into it further. Of course, there are a lot of other factors to consider, but that's one to really catch your attention and look at a property quickly. So the problem is prices have gone up so much that the 1% rule no longer applies in 95%, probably 90 to 95% of the United States, most places. But there are still markets out there, like the one I'm in, that people don't talk about, but it's next to a major market. So you can find the urban areas and popular cities, and then about an hour out, if you go out hour in each direction, in New York City, it's probably 2 hours. You usually could find some hidden gems that you won't find listed on any of the sites that talk about the best markets. These are hidden gems that investors haven't fully discovered yet, and my investor friends in that market are probably going to be pissed at me for talking about it, but hey, it's about time. We need to bring some more investors in and give some other people a chance. So the average cost per unit for a multifamily property per unit in the United States is about $188,000. But this market that I'm in, and it's not a bad market. It's not a C class or D class. It's not an A like the most expensive one. It's right in the B, C plus B areas. Crime is not a major concern. Blue collar people have jobs, and it's easy to keep rented, right? So somebody moves out, somebody's ready to move in. It's a huge demand for rentals in this market. So the average across the United States is 188,000. In this market, the average is more like 85,000. 10 years ago, I was getting them for 40,000 a unit. So I was getting, 4-unit properties for like 160,000. Like now we're trying to move more towards 100,000 a unit. So the properties I bought back then have all doubled and moving more towards 100,000 a unit, but it's still way under the 187,000 average throughout the country. And most importantly, these properties still cash flow if you know what you're doing, if you find the right areas. So I'm going to break it down and show you this market and show you the right areas you can invest in, and show you how you can do it remotely, and show you who you can use for all the different management services and everything. So it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. I just finished the outline for the entire first day course, and I'm going to be taking feedback from all the people from the workshop, and I'm going to use that to put together day 2, which will be, so day 1 is going to be more about locating these properties, evaluating deals, and day 2 is going to be more about funding and financing these deals. And, there's ways to do it with little to zero money down. Like I said, my first property, it was just $5,000 out of pocket, and that was for the closing costs, right? Everything else was paid for. So we're going to talk about some different programs you can use, some different approaches, different ways to invest, some different resources where if you don't have the funds, we're going to show you how to tap into different things where you can afford these properties if the numbers work out, right? So we're going to show you how to know if the numbers are working out. And so I'm going to share a lot of the mistakes that I made as well, because, I've had properties. I had one where I lost over $120,000 on this one property, and I did everything wrong. So I took my lumps early on. So I'm going to share with you what not to do so you don't have to lose money initially, because everybody kind of makes similar mistakes initially. So it's stuff that you can easily avoid, and trust me, it'll be worth a lot more than what you're paying for this little workshop. So if you're interested in real estate investing, especially with rates coming down later on this year, projected like 100% chance of rates coming down in September, they're saying, and that's going to open the market back up. If you're interested in being ready for that, and being ready for when this real estate market kind of opens up and unfreezes and more inventory comes on the market, go to rondouglas.com/real estate, rondouglas.com/real estate. Join us. I'm going to be there answering questions, teaching you all of this stuff tomorrow. It's going to be a 2-day workshop, 7 to 9 p.m. each day, Tuesday and Wednesday, tomorrow and Wednesday, depending on when you're seeing this. And hey, man, I wish someone was around to show me this stuff when I was interested in investing and building wealth and all the stuff that I've learned in the past 17 years of doing this. So hopefully I'll see you there. And if you have any questions, drop me a comment or shoot me a message, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.